My life changed in 2 years due to tech. Well, how do I explain how much tech has changed my life? It all started in 2021 at Dollar Tree. That was the moment when everything changed, when I got my first internship. As soon as I started to get to the end of graduation toward college, I decided to reach out and do some applying to internships to ramp up my job prospects for when I left college. So I already did one internship in my community college days, like a few years ago, but I decided to do a second internship to really get my feet wet more into the IT space. Um, and that was like my real introduction into the tech industry. So, of course, as soon as I got my first um, offer toward like the 4 year mark of me working at Dollar Tree, I was like, hell yes, get me out of here. So, of course, I gave my resignation, 2 weeks left. And then I started my first IT internship at a manufacturing company. I think that that was the main driver into me like feeling like I was gaining knowledge, actual strong knowledge in what I was learning, whether that be networking, cybersecurity aspects, training in different cabling techniques, and also doing different projects and coordinating with higher level IT employees like IT engineers and system administrators. So just getting used to all of that foundational stuff really helped me navigate the IT space and the tech space and getting a good grasp of what I'm going to be learning as I go down into this industry. So, to say the least, I was gaining a lot of information. Just, it was so much about servers, about managing all different aspects, whether that be auditing, whether that be managing assets, like everything. Well, I'm not going to say it was easy. It wasn't easy at all. It was very difficult. Every single ticket that came in, it was just so much work to try to get things solved. Some issues were solved immediately, and some issues were solved even days down the line. It primed me to understand escalation and not just doing things on my own, but working as a team and collaborating with other people. It really boosted my confidence in understanding that I could be in the tech industry and grow in many, many ways. One thing I want to say in this video is you can do that too. Don't give up. Don't ever doubt yourself in the tech industry. If you're just getting in, it's going to be a rough road when you first start, but, as soon as you get your feet wet and you grow, things are going to start moving. To fast forward, after I was doing that internship, I eventually, after like 10 months, I wanted a full-time job. I think that's everybody's goal as soon as they get out of college, to get a full-time job and wanting to move out of their parents' house. Of course, I'm still at my parents' house, so going into my first full-time job, it was almost a disaster. I feel like I had a very bad boss, you know, he didn't really want to train people. He kind of wanted everything already in a tightly knit package. I'll go into that into further videos, but I really didn't have the best boss for my first full-time job. One thing that I prided myself in was that I never gave up. I kept on applying to jobs even after I got dismissed from that first job. And I put myself in position to always search for a new job even when I felt like I had a job secured. I've always moved from job to job. I feel like one thing people will say is don't job hop. I feel like in tech, that's the complete opposite, which is you should job hop if available to you. Nobody's going to give you a promotion. You should always look out for yourself. So I don't want to give off the inclination that, staying at one job is a bad decision, but eventually you're going to want to move to another job, and each job is going to give you a little bit of information that's different from the past one. And moving forward into my next job, I got a little bit of a pay bump and also a little bit of a job increase in my position and job duties. So I was doing a little bit more system administration and also doing a lot more networking projects and duties. So I had a lot more project management under my belt than previously. So moving jobs can definitely help you grow in the tech industry. One thing that I would also have to say is my salary gain was very high as well. Moving from my internship and going into a full-time job, my salary definitely bumped up a little bit more. It wasn't drastic. I still can move out, and it was pretty, frankly, very low. But just from that point, from an internship to a full time job, it definitely did raise a bit. And then I moved once again into a more physical security sort of role with technology and configuring security technology. From that point, I really gained another boost in revenue, but it still wasn't enough for me. But the space was good for learning in that moment as well. And learning all those skills definitely helped me improve a whole bunch than I would have ever thought possible. One thing that I definitely want to put out there is that each job that you have in tech, you're going to go into different sort of niches. And all of those niches aren't going to be as profitable as the last one. You just have to keep going, and each job is going to give you different skills that another job is going to want and pay you more for. And in my latest job, I'm getting paid as much as I would have wanted when I first started out, but it feels like I'm finally getting paid my worth, and I'm finally doing what I really want to do in tech, and I'm finally making that leap. Right now, I'm in a management position, and now I truly feel like I could finally move out of my parents' house in a couple months. So my journey so far in tech, I feel like finally grew from me starting at an internship, and finally I'm now in a mid-level tier position, and now I'm finally like, dang, I'm here. And that didn't come from me just staying put and just dealing with the current situation that I was at. I was always looking for new opportunities to upskill and also study. I also did certs, and I also studied up in my own time to learn new different things in the tech field that I felt like were vital in me growing. So I feel like in all those aspects, I grew into the person that I've always wanted myself to be up to this point, and I'm always still growing now. I'm still not completely at where I want to be fully toward the end of my career, but I'm finally at the midpoint where I feel like I could jump to the next phase easily if I want to. I finally feel like I have the skills to kind of pay the bills, you would say. So I feel like this is all lining up to be what I was searching for when I first dived into the tech industry. And in further videos, I'll talk about, growing into a larger salary, how you could do that, where you want to head in different sectors of IT, which lanes do you want to do, and what will make you decide to go in either path. For me, I did computer science in college, but I decided to go down the IT path. For now, just know that your journey in tech is going to be a long road. It's not going to be an easy path. 2 years for me could be 4 years for other people, it could be 5 years for other people. Don't let anybody tell you that you can make fast money in tech, because it's different for every person here. Every person has a different skill set, every person has a different pace, every person has a different viewpoint of how they view of staying at a job and for how long. Don't give up, but also don't come into the tech space fooled by the glitz and the glamour and that stuff. Day in the life of a tech professional, everybody has their own journey, and it's not going to be pretty all the time. Sometimes it's going to be tough and hard, and sometimes you're even looking for your first help desk job. But I'm here to kind of assist and give my advice. But now being in a position of a manager position, just giving my advice and seeing if it helps anybody along the way. That's the end of this video, but thank you for watching, and I hope you watch my other videos to get more insight about tech, whether it be from the manager position or help desk or somewhere in the middle. Just let me know what you guys want to see, and thank you, and have a good day.